My people here, hello. I've been gone for a while, man. I just thought before I come back, I should come back and say hi to y'all. So much for happening on the internet, right? And I've actually wanted to talk about these things that are happening. It's like analyzing videos these days, not just videos, but like analyzing topics, things that are happening around Liberia. You guys, these are my kids' artwork. I thought I used this side of the house today and just to display their work. But I am happy to be here. This is gonna be a short one because your girl is tired, sleepy, and miracle work not easy. Hey, mm, I'm telling you. So it's gonna be 30 to 45 minute live, and I just want us to talk about anything and everything you guys have been non existence for a while. So let's talk about this trending topic on the internet. There's this couple that I came across before we even talk about the whole case of, you know, Samuel. I think we talked about that last week when someone was on my stream. Yeah, I was acting extremely bad. So I moved myself from the window area and came on this side. So hopefully we'll have a good reception. Hi everybody. When we come this early as always, we gotta get the kiddos together. But I came across this topic, well, this couple that I found very, very, very interesting. I just was like, hey. Mm. All right, let me pull these people up and then we can kind of listen out. The wife is feeling like her husband is being spiritually attacked. And they're very well known. They're very well known. You probably came across it. They're called Henry and Monica. Before we get to the actual topic that I want us to discuss, why do I have this streamline thing going? Y'all give me 1 minute. Oh wow. You guys, I just figured something out. This whole time I've been using StreamYard. I just realized how I can share things on here. You guys, this is interesting. It's an invite guest. How do I invite guests? This is so cool. But anyways, this topic we meant I meant for us to talk about this when the case was hot and heavy. Now it seems like it's dying down, but I want to ask before we even get to that conversation, really quickly. There's something that I came across today. There's this couple. They're very, very, very influential. Hmm, what's the picture? I think you guys know them. You can see. You see. Yeah. You can see it, sir. Hmm, these people. Oh. Yeah, Yaka. Let me pin the link in the comment section. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much, my chief host.
And I is we on the American dream.
Can I say that night I can't stand my sister. That night stand, man.
Huh?
I said that night I can't stand.
I tell you, we're on the American dream.
I
Oh
see.
Lord. You know. I found something for the day, right? But then when I thought about it, the amount of time if the school closed, if the kids, like now they're to the stage where if school closed, they gotta be home, right?
I know.
And if they got sick, they're gonna call you. One of us have to be available. So I'm just like, I guess I'm stuck with the whole day student schedule because right when I was deciding to change my mind, I got a call. Oh, this one, his eyes. I don't know what's going. He keeps scratching it. Can you pick him up?
They can say we are trying to see how best we can look at it.
No, they want you to come and get your child. Take them home, please.
No man, eh?
America was so far. The floor. I so sleepy 24 hours. I've not slept, you guys. But tonight I'm home. I'm not working tonight. So I said, let's do the show quick. I got to go to sleep. Nobody will see me until tomorrow in the afternoon.
I know.
Oh, man. Hi, guys. I know we've been MIA. We've been gone for a minute. And you guys are probably worrying and like, oh, what happened to the other show? And I tend to the other one and like they come hot and then they go, no, we still here. But we have to make sure our suitcase stay outside.
I know.
Oh man. So I know I put an old topic from last week that we were supposed to do a week after last where the whole StreamYard was not working. I moved to your niece and nephew, their artwork area. It seems like the network here is a little bit better. So
Yeah, I think it's better for you because your voice is not scrapping around again.
yeah, I think that side where I was is not good. So I said, me showcase their work. If y'all want art, y'all just let me know. I have two artists. They will paint you a mural. But yeah, I came across this. this thing today, and these are people that are very influential on the internet. It's like, I think he's a pastor. They're called Henry and Monica TV. And apparently the wife came out to say that her husband is being spiritually attacked. Basically, I guess he traveled to Nigeria. She's Black American and he's Nigerian American. Okay. So he traveled back and came back and is asking her for him to get second wife. And
Who is asking to get second wife?
the husband,
Okay, he's asking his wife to get a second wife.
for them, he wants.
After he traveled to his country, Nigeria. And then the wife is there claiming that she might have been on a spiritual attack.
The husband might be under spiritual attack.
Yeah, the husband might be on a spiritual attack as claimed by the wife.
Right. So
Okay,
she's
beautiful.
asking the public to pray for her husband because he's changed. He's calling her out of names like she have never seen this before. Since he returned, he is pushing for this, and if not, he doesn't care if the whole world know. But he really wants to. And then there's another claim where there's an alleged woman that might be pregnant for him. So I guess all of us are influential now. I guess I can put myself in the category. Being online, something I've learned, like whatever you share on the internet, it shouldn't be something that you can't share with someone outside, right? You should feel comfortable enough. So for me, I'm very calculated in things that I share. I know exactly what I want to share and what I don't want to share. So I don't know. What do you think, though? You think she's right that he might be under spiritual attack? Or maybe I don't know. I feel like I don't think it's a spiritual attack. But anyways, let's hear from you.
Well, in a way, that's a great topic, and uh, to answer the question first, whether or not it's a spiritual attack,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I think it's not a spiritual attack. I
Right.
think it's not a spiritual attack. I think it's something that he willfully doing, in a sense that probably, anybody can do anything for people for status in America or in the Western world.
Right.
So probably, like other people would do, he came from from his home country, Nigeria, and settled in the U.S. But because his immigration status were not straight, so he settled down to marry to a lady who he told that he was never married, had no relationship back home. He settled with her, but to put his wealth under the influence. Well, I'm marrying here for people when at the end of the day I will be able to relinquish that wedding, and then I will leave that marriage, and then I will come back and remarry you, and so we together we all can we can go together. I think it's something that he said to his woman in Nigeria, and she probably understood it well for the sake of document, for the sake of my husband's status, because he went in America for greener pasture. So
Right.
because he came to America with greener pasture, so I will allow that I go. Mind you, women can endure a lot of things too much more than the men. So
Mm-hmm.
he decided to go do it. She accepted it on a condition that her husband will go back, having divorced his wife, will go back and get married to another woman. Now,
Hmm.
that is the case, he might put her on him. So probably when he had an opportunity to go to Nigeria this time, he have married that woman, he had remarried her. They say, okay, I have come to remarry you already. But then he go and put it on a woman. I say I will do it. I will go and tell her, say, that you see, these men are very clever. He said, now I have come home to remarry you. Now I have remarried you. I'm going to tell that woman, and you start to describe her and give her some kind of a name. I'm going to tell that fool. I'm going to tell that joker. I'm going to tell that husband snatcher. I'm going to tell that woman who doesn't He's gonna describe her all kind of way to his wife.
Yeah.
And this month is a month that's been celebrated for International Women Day. So somehow we are so passionate about women, rights and other stuff. We will continue to talk about that. So if you come to understanding about this, he might have gone, he was married this woman, and he said, look, I will get back to her and tell her, look, I've allowed me to marry to a second wife. And then if she says no, they say, fine. Saying he said no, my tradition says I should marry to a second wife. That's my
Right.
tradition. Saying you will not accept it, then I will divorce. And that's the clever thing he played. So his wife is not, he is not on a spiritual attack in my view, as being speculated, as being claimed by the wife. No,
Right.
he's not on a spiritual attack. Nothing of a spiritual attack business there. He's doing the will for it. It's something that he calculated, that he wanted to have done, and he has succeeded in doing it.
Wow. I thought about that, and I'm so glad you're the one saying it, because coming from a man perspective, it makes sense, right? So I feel like oh my gosh, to our Nigerians, uh, uh, um, uh, supporter followers, and so I'm not. Oh God. Hmm, excuse me. I don't want to offend you guys, but I have to say this, and I hope you can be honest with yourself on this one. It is typical, things like this, like you said, is typical of Nigerian. The whole world kind of know that, right? Most women know that you can date a Nigerian, they'll always go back home and marry their traditional wives or partners, whoever they are. But this theory is so interesting because why are you here?
What's happening?
Sorry about that. My little lady came in here to disturb me. Um, these kids, man. Like Nigerians are very fond of that, like because they're so they're so culture minded. I always think twice when I see them with people that are not from their country, because I'm always thinking like, how genuine is that? And I'm sorry that I feel that way. It's just history shows that most of them always go back and get married. Now, they claim that maybe it's something, I believe it's something he knows and he's been doing. I think it's someone he's been doing in the past. But I'm trying to wrap it around my head. If you had this type of plan and things going on, right? Why be on the whole internet? Like they've built an entire brand, he and his, American wife. Like they've built an entire brand on their marriage and talking about God and positivity on their channel. And now we're here talking about this. It's just like, why go through all of that? Why do people do that though? Like, why not just be straightforward? I don't know. I just feel like I hope she will open her eyes and really get to know. And I think if she's not being honest with herself, because signs are all over. I feel like you men are good at hiding these things, but you're not that great at it. Because if a woman is very intuitive, she can always find out, you know, all these things. Unless she was being naive and just like, oh yeah, I'm in the most healthiest, happiest relationship. And she didn't want to think about that. But now she's coming out on the internet and putting everything outside. And it's like, for me, if we're using the spiritual thing, then let's play it the spiritual way. Go pray. Don't come on the internet, because The spirits are watching, right?
you know,
Mm,
you know, like as Quelly said it, for me, I don't mean my words on the scenes, man.
right,
There are a lot of people who are not truthful to themselves. When it comes to infidelity, no one is perfect.
right.
You understand that you are putting somebody on you are abusing someone emotionally,
Yeah,
wherein you've told them, well, you have no relationship back home, you are not married, you have no kids, or you have kids, but you divorced, you are not married, and you present a fake marriage certificate or document, or a divorce certificate or divorce certificate, and then you give it to the person took you to the church or to the court and get married to you, and
right.
then all of a sudden you left them, you went back home, got married to your wife, and then you brought them to the place. These people who are doing it, marrying to people, they didn't do it because they are fools. They're doing it because they got connected to you. Some way, somehow they got connected to you. That's the reason why they got married to you. But if you go to deceive them, and you are so deceptive, and then you get there, you
Right.
deceive them, then, and like I said, it may not be all Nigerians, and we don't want to stereotype the entire Nigerian population or
Right.
Nigerian people, but there's certain element, both men and women in the Nigerian populace, that are doing those things there. And not that's unique to Nigeria, but Nigeria only has flagged up a lot, but it's unique to most of the African nations, including our own country, Liberia. So what's
Yeah.
going to happen in my mind? Like I said, I'll continue to say that he purposely went back home to remarry his wife, and
Mm,
then say, okay, I'm gonna have remarry you. I'm going to tell her, say, I have married to a second wife. I'm going to get married to a second wife. If she disagrees, I'll say, okay, let's divorce to get ground for her to come. Or he said, wait, I'm going to tell her I'm going to get married to a second wife. So whatever the case may be, he done something, he have performed something, he have committed certain actions, he have done something already, and he has a plan
yeah.
already, even if he haven't done it. If he hasn't done
Right.
anything, he has plans already to do something that will emotionally stretch the woman, so that she can feel frustrated more. So if you see, even though I did not listen to the video, but from the screenshot from the photo room, you can know that she emotionally distressed.
Yeah. Shit.
So that is something that he got purpose in his mind to do. It was nothing that he just came out with. No, it was something
Right.
that he planned from the day he left his country, Nigeria, and got married to the African American. It was something that he planned. This is what I'm gonna do. Now he had get the perfect time to do it, and he said, "Well, I'm gonna scapegoat her. I'm gonna tell her, look, if you don't allow me to marry a second wife, I'm going to quit this relationship." And exactly is what his plan working for. And this is what he planned to do, and I think he's trying to work in his favor, provided if the woman in question agree to what he's going to do.
Right. Woo. Man. So just to kind of like wrap it all with that one, um, what advice would you tell her? Like, because she's out here literally believing it's a spiritual attack. And that's my problem with people. I just feel like if you're not feeling spiritually, which means like you're in tune with whatever it is,
Fee,
that you believe
you
in,
will
right?
continue. Fee, you will continue. Let me
Hmm.
avoid the meaning. I am
Yeah.
not a spiritual person. I'm not spiritually inclined to discern between spiritual thing and non-spiritual thing. No.
Right.
Even though I can pray to God, God will give me the wisdom and knowledge to be able to understand some spiritual thing, but I'm not spiritually inclined to that level to determine whether or not that thing he's doing is spiritual. But in my own
Right.
human mind, I think it is not spiritual. It is something that he willfully did. It is something that he planned to do. It is something that he's executing. It is not spiritual. So my advice to that matter is, look, that is not spiritual. You pray for now on the judgment day, it will not reverse the decision. This is what he wants to do. The better thing I want to talk to you is let him go, get him out of your life. Or
Mm,
else if you remain in
mm,
a marriage, you're going to face serious problem. Because he had planned already to do it. you will suffer.
Sorry about that. You are absolutely right. Absolutely right. I mean, it's just people would just do anything, just to fill a void. I think you hit it right on the nail. So now I'm about to make it personal. So if that was me, you would say leave.
If that were you and you say it is spiritual attack, and your
Mhm.
husband came to you, in fact, I would be the first person to go after him first. And I will tell him, no one play on my sisters, emotion. That way it will not work. I would be the first person to, somebody will say, oh yeah, your husband and wife, yeah. But you're not gonna tell her, marry and say, oh, I want to get a second wife. Yeah, I will tell you, you want to get a second
Right,
wife, you will get out of the house, but she will not divorce you. You will not live in the house
right,
because I will be the first person to get at him.
yeah.
You know, going at this where people play on the women emotions. They play on our intelligence, and that lead them to depression. When you are
Yeah,
emotionally abused, it leads to depression. And depression, even though it can be reversed, but it takes time to reverse.
yeah.
It will create mental problem for you. At the end of the day, next thing you find yourself in the hospital and you see people running mad around here. They say the person is mad. They are not just mad because they feel they're getting mad. It is because the condition, the circumstances they find themselves in, their brain cannot contain it.
Yeah,
So they run mad. So
absolutely.
if where were you, I was going to be the first person to go after him first before he even think about it. The moment he said it to you and you told me about it, I will be the first person to start calling him back to back, sending him text messages and other things like before he will come to his senses. And I will tell him, if you rather go marry another woman, but you will not marry her, be laughing.
Absolutely. No, I mean, this woman looks so destroyed, but then where I'm just thinking, like, where are her family? Like, where is her brothers? Where are her sisters? Like, I just feel like the whole thing about a second wife and all that, just kind of off this topic a little bit. If that was something he said, well, I told you in the beginning, then that makes sense. But you just out of the blue, nobody even see this coming and say this. My sister, my brother didn't tell you, pack your load and go. Pack your load and go. But then this is a man that preaches and is leading people to cry, quote unquote. I'm not judging you, I'm just stating facts. All right. So now that we had that conversation about that, I want us to there's been this very high profile case that's been going on in Liberia. I typically don't really get myself involved, but recently I've been thinking like, okay, we have the platform and Liberia is our home. We probably need to start paying attention to some of these things that are put out here. And maybe through us, there could be some type of change to whatever system that we have in Liberia. So today I had a conversation with a colleague, and he was like, "Yeah, Liberia don't have this type of policy." So let me say exactly what I told him. I said, one, I'm worried because I'm just worried at the fact that, and this is my opinion, I feel like human life is not valued in Liberia, and it took this case for me to really like dig into my own mental. And if you're watching, I'm talking about whatever is going on here, the Jacksons, the death in the Jacksons family. Um, I mean, nobody ever prayed or want their partner to go. I think that has to be one of the most hurtful things that could probably happen to someone you're used to. You wake up together, cook, eat, laugh, like you share life. Almost like when you live in a house with your parents or your siblings, but at another level, deeper level. But most of the things that I'm seeing on the internet, and I really wanted to make a video to plead out to the public, stop, stop posting this woman vulnerable pictures. Like, have a little respect for the dead, like she can't come out here and defend herself. She can come out here and say anything like, just stop. Like, I'm just gonna put that out there. Like, if you're one of those people, you're a blogger, a post, and you're just this person that passed away has brothers and sisters and uncles and aunt that are on the internet. And in my opinion, they might not want to be out there. Maybe that's why they haven't responded to this whole issue. But just having this woman picture all over the place saying what everybody else want to say, and in my opinion, exploiting the idea of her death being the husband's fault is just, it's
Okay.
scary.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was trying to. Maybe I'll just be here for the next 5 minutes. So yeah,
Yeah, I'm
that's
probably
not.
leaving here by 8:20 because I'm
Yeah,
very sleepy.
I know. Okay. Okay. Here is it. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, first thing I regret the death of the young lady.
Yeah.
I've been sympathy with her family, and also in sympathy with the husband, even though he's been accused, a person
Right.
of interest, or as a suspect. But you see, let me just go on this one, and I want to be clear on it. Many people or blocker on social media call themselves content creators. They are doing it to gain follower, to gain attraction from the Facebook user or the internet user, the social media user. And they go to use somebody's situation to create content out of it. I mean, I always say it. God forbid, if any negative thing ever come out of me, from me, and somebody just grab it and you try to carry it to the social media to make content out of it, I will sue you. I will take it to the law. You see, they are misusing the social media policy at the end of the day to denigrate people. And that's why most of this content creators, and they will always tell you, feed this particular show that will run to educate people in the society about things, about violence against women and children, about domestic violence, about this one, that. People don't care to listen to these things that we talk. What most of them care for, if we're on the show to pull somebody down to discuss someone's family matter, you will see the whole place there will get more than 500 or to 1,000 viewers per show. Only because we are not denigrating anybody, we are not insulting anybody, we are not talking down, talking down upon people and saying all the negative things about people. No. So most of them who are content creators, they don't even fact check their sources. They run straight when feed posted or something, negative about somebody, about me, they will go straight on feed page, they take it from there, they create their own story out of it, and they be running with it. Without verifying whether the information that feed posted about me is true, accurate, or correct. They jump into it. So these are the situation people go through. And so when it comes to the issue of the Samuel Jackson issue, wife, I don't want to speak into it entirely because I think it's before the court, and the court is doing her work. But I would say, if he have any reason of executing nothing or going through to do something to it, then he should confess. Then probably the government could see reason to lessen his sentence. If he had any ulterior motive. But I come to think about it, I will ask myself, why would a man want to do that kind of a thing at this time? Several reasons could come about. He may have his several reasons why he want to do it. But I want the public to stop speculating. I don't want the public to start thinking about it, assuming that somebody did this and somebody didn't do that. No, I don't want it to be that. Give the law, the police, the chance. Let them do their work. At the end of the day, whatever thing they want to do, then the government will come out and do it. But for now, I don't want to go in depth to it since it's before the court, and his
Right.
investigation is ongoing. I don't want to prejudice the case to start to say, oh, Samuel Jackson is wrong, or his work was
Right.
right, or the work was wrong, Samuel Jackson was right, all the kind of stuff. I don't want to prejudice the case. I just want to sit there and listen, follow the police instruction, what the police says, what the court says, and then we all going to come. And when they come out of the ruling, that's the time we'll come up and do give our own analysis and view towards what actually happened. But for now, I don't want to follow delve into it because it will like what I condemn
Right.
will be the same thing I'm going to say. But it's war onto the
Right.
social media user who just run with stories. We are verifying it, they run with it. And at the end of the day, when someone taking the code, they say the media is under attack. For me, if any of my family member, especially my immediate family, if they did something that doesn't work the internet and you want to create content on it, I'm going to take you to court no matter what happens, so you can go and prove it and tell me why you did that. That's my point.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you so much for that. I'm just glad that I'm waiting. You know, I'm not too knowledgeable about Liberia policies and process like that, so I'm still learning about it. I just started becoming more interested in that. I'm just curious. So, uh, in this process, right? Do is there a jury that get to decide the fate of him, or look at it like I mean, I'm so passionate um about this about this case than
Yeah,
any other. I
just a
mean,
minute. Yeah,
mhm,
Sakamano. There's a link in there. You can join the link to come to the program. But unfortunately, we'll be running on the next 10 minutes from here, so you wouldn't have much time to say anything. Probably you can follow us and then you join us next time when we come here on the program. Because you could join
yeah,
us. The link is right up on your post, right above Joseph Saka post. But you wouldn't
yeah.
have much of a time to say what you want to say because we'll be leaving from here on a 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, I remember him. He and I had a conversation. I was supposed to come back the next day, you guys, but then I got all cut up, didn't come back. Um, I'm really another thing too is, do you think, I know we're waiting for the result and all of that, and there's a whole lot, but I'm just pleading to the public to just like get a rest, get a break. I know everybody's social media is a gold mine, and everybody's trying to get a bite of it, and everybody's trying to be famous or be a part of something. Okay, I'll be here tomorrow. By the grace of God, we should be here. Like everybody's trying to make it out here, get content out, but I think it's wrong when someone who's died and they keep spinning all these different stories and just headline, and I'm just like, oh God, like this has to stop. And then at this point too, the husband can't really say I'm gonna press charges against X, Y, and Z because he's a suspect and he's being actively investigated. Do they have you found out? Do they have any other lead that could possibly be part of it? Or
You, you know the problem. The problem here is simple. The problem here is simple, right? The social media policy in Liberia, I don't know how it is, but I think the LTA need to come up with a social media policy in Liberia because people are hiding behind the social media to disrespect people, to denigrate people, to insult people, to dehumanize them, and look at them incondescendingly. And that's what
yeah,
the social media is doing in Liberia. And most of them are using it to create content that will appeal to the populace or to their audience. So what they do, they look at the content and they bring a negative content that would dehumanize other people. So uh, until they stop focusing on dehumanizing people and following the issue or making sure that the information they providing are accurate, they are credible, they are balanced before anyone want to jump behind them. But other than that, I'm afraid they're going to run into a problem. I'm afraid they're going to run into a problem. So the best thing that I think the government can do is to find a way to regulate the social media we use so in a way that the content creator they will not be able to insult people because most of them are and they are hiding behind pen name. Most of them don't put their real
Right.
name on the thing. They post something on name. You see, other men you call say the people, Liberian citizen, common citizen. Is that a name going to look for you there?
I know.
No, they're not going to look for you on that. So
I
people need
know.
to do the right thing so that the right thing can be done. Other than
I
that,
absolutely agree. I agree because I came across somebody who was discussing um Nigeria social media. They have a whole policies on that. And if they find you slander X, Y, and Z, the amount of fine you get charged and all of that. And I'm just thinking, like, is there nothing like that in the Constitution for Liberians and stuff like that? Just having someone paraded out here, like, it's like, man, they're gone. They can't even tell you, hey, stop. I didn't give you permission to do X, Y, and Z. But you're just freely out there just doing whatever. But, anyways, let's try to wrap up because my eye is barely staying open, you guys. I am living on 2 hours of sleep the past few days. So today I'm off. I'm going to go get some rest. But tomorrow, hopefully, I'll have or we will come up with a topic that we can kind of like get in depth with. I am really trying. I'm building my interest in Liberia and its policies and procedures and all of that. I'm learning them. So if you know what you know, I want to start having little mini series once I figure out my life with this whole new schedule of mine. Then share it with me. But with that being said, let's hear your closing statement.
yeah,
So that we
thank you.
can.
It's good that we're here. I want to thank Sakamano for joining us this evening and all those who've been following us. So we'll be here tomorrow. We will post a link and then together we all can share ideas on how we think we can improve our society on this platform. Uh, like I said to the lady, I will start from the lady first. Your husband is not on a spiritual attack. It's something that he planned to do, and he will fully going to do it. For the issue of Sam Johnson, I maintain I reserve my comment. I'm not going to ask him to continue to be strong, and he should assist with the investigation so that everything can lie low, as he claims he doesn't know anything about it. But I think he himself reporting how they call it, gathering his medical record and posting it on social media. I think it's immaturity on him. It was not a good thing for him. He should have waited for the court. The court subpoena those information, and then he will be able to provide. But any asking of that, coming up with 911 call, and 911 call, and the rest of it, like coming up with posting a medical record on the social media, I say was not a good thing for him. He should wait at the appropriate time when he subpoena. When the court subpoena the information from him, you'll be able to provide it. But other than that, I don't think he's treading on red path. He should slow down the talking and leave the talking with a lawyer, and then the lawyer will be
Yeah.
able to do the rest for him. So on that note, I want to say thank you for this evening on the program. Let's talk with Ms. Fee. We'll be here again tomorrow, hopefully, God's willing, so we can carry on another edition of the program. Let's talk with Ms. Fee. I'll give it back to you.
Thank you so much for that. I'm so glad that you. I just saw something. Uh, Joseph said most people are making money out of unverified information. Some people deliberately find pleasure in disseminating negative information. Absolutely. And they feel that is their right. To the social media creator or custodian can place restriction on these things, it will continue to persist. I absolutely agree with that. I don't know what the lawmakers are doing in Liberia. They really need to restrict that because I can tell you one of the main reason that I felt compelled to really do this podcast and keep it moving is because I think there's so many negativity about Liberians in general on the internet, especially on Facebook and other area. Like we're looked upon so badly that I wanted to bring us a platform that we can share positive, aspect about life, relationship, and social things that just doesn't look bad out there like the way we're being represented. So hopefully we can continue this journey with that. I hope they're watching, they're hearing that they shouldn't do this and people should be persecuted. I really do feel like people should be persecuted for all these craziness and madness that they're doing online. And it's not acceptable. But thank you so much for sharing your thought on that, my brother Joseph. But you pretty much already said it all. Lady Pakelo and go.
Yes, pack
I
a low and
call
go.
it
Okay, I'll
Pakelo
see.
and go.
Go take a
Yeah.
rest. I'll see you again tomorrow.
All right.
Okay, then. Bye
I'll see
bye.
you guys tomorrow. You have a blessed night. All right. All right, guys. That's it.